Welcome back, Built for This. For those who are not new to the channel, for those who are new, welcome.
What up, though?
I am Jasmine Reed. This is my husband,
Coach RJ.
and we are Built for This,
Yes, we are.
aka the Smiths. Okay, we gonna get right into it. Y'all, because this topic is not, I'm not tired of seeing it, because listen, we're married. It can be a toxic conversation, so I do want to talk about it. Our topic is going to be 50-50 relationships or 50-50 marriages. All right, let's get right into it. I want to say first and foremost, it is important to have a open line of communication, a solid line of communication, building a foundation on communication with the person that you are in a relationship with, looking to be married, and with the person you are married to. Why? Because these conversations is floating across the internet, but these are honestly personal conversations. So it is not always a good idea to be taking advice from the internet. We're trying to base our relationships, our foundations of our relationships, the principles of our relationship off social media, and that is dangerous. So make sure you have communication with the person that you are in relationship with. Make sure you have these conversations with the person you are in a relationship with. Everybody's relationship, everybody's marriage is not the same story. I'm not going to say the same foundation. It's not the same story. The beginning to now is not going to be the same. Have a conversation with the person you are going to be with. With that being said, I want to hit on a few things. And the first thing is going to be the 50-50 thing. So this is what I'm hearing. Men feeling like it should be 50-50 for the most part, or that's what's being pushed. This is what I'm saying in the conversation. While women feel like men should be providing 100%. Now, with that being said, we want to be clear on what we're talking about 50-50 is or 100%. I'm seeing it as finances, so I'm assuming that's what the arguments are about. Financially, men being okay with 50-50 is not okay with women. Women feel like it should be 100%. Let's talk about that. Have a conversation with the person you're with. Discuss these things up front, what you think it should be. Why I say that is because it should be based off the two of you. Now, going 50-50. Now I'm gonna start with the 100%. So women saying that it should be 100% that the man is providing. If a woman feels that way, what are you basing it off of is what I want to know. Because if we're basing it off of, oh, my daddy provided for my mother 100%, so that's how it should be. You want to make sure you're not looking at my daddy provided 100% for my mother. So in my mind, because my daddy provided for me 100%, that's how it should be. Because are you looking at it that this man is your father? Right? So if that's your point of view and that's what you saw growing up, if that wasn't his, that's not going to work. Or it has to be his belief. So if you're in a relationship or with someone that's not their belief, I would say don't be so hung up on it, or don't be so mad about it. Like, we can't be so hung up on things that, first of all, you and him are not your mama and daddy. And we are in different times. That's another thing. And like I said, make sure your 100% perspective is not coming from my daddy took care of me, because a daddy-daughter relationship is not a husband and wife relationship. Now, I'm saying that solely based off that's why you're feeling it should be 100%. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be. I'm saying if that is what it is. Make sure that we understand why we're wanting these things the way we are. We say. Because when you say 100%, now if a man chooses, if that's his mentality, if that's what he feel is important, if that's what he's basing it off of, you have to understand why he's saying 100%. Is he saying 100% because possibly he wants to control everything? Do he believe that's why it should be 100%? Or does he believe it should be 100% based off of, I have to provide, I'm supposed to do this, and now have a mentality of it's all on me, it's me, and I have to do this, me. Because then at that point, how is this helpful if you have a willing body that is able to help, and it don't have to be you in that area, and you're putting it all on you? Like, what is that doing? That's a whole nother, it's a lot.
And you have to see it like this. 50-50 is like, in a relationship or a marriage, you got your half or whatever you do, and then he got his half, whatever he do. So what will happen when one of the halves is not there no more?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like financially, also spiritually, and and like I say hands-on as in like physically. Like so what happened then? Mm-hmm. So that's where the lack come in at from either side. So and me, I believe, both sides. I wouldn't even say 100% for me. I say 120, like 120, because of, it's the reason why the 20% come in, because like, you have to understand, like, while we both doing this 100% for each other, we may accidentally forget something. And then while that other person that got the 100% going or whatever, and I'm just saying, like, okay, I got everything good, everything straight, boom. So now that's when one of us step in and be like, hey, did you get this? Oh, I forgot, don't worry about it, I took care of it. It's like, that's what that 20% is like, having each other back, like that security to have each other back and make sure things is taken care of. Or you can use that 20% to like hold each other accountable, but in a respectful way, just to make sure. Like, hey, did you take care of that? Because sometimes, like, we forget things. We don't remember a lot. We got a whole bunch of stuff up on our hands. And then also, too, like the days that we kind of like, where one of us is just, don't have nothing to do or whatever, okay, we can go ahead and use that 20% to help the other person, and then vice versa. So that's why I say with the 120, but.
And then that 20 also is a topper, because it's like, I can see that you need some rest. Like, even though you're doing your 100% or what we discussed was gonna be, but I can see that, let me take that off you. Let me go ahead and cook tonight. Let me go ahead and, so.
Yeah, let me go ahead and take the kids to the park while you sleep, or while you study, or, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, go get your, go ahead and get pampered or whatever. I got the boys with, or I got the kids, wherever the case may be. So, because 50-50, honestly, it's not going to work.
This is pushing me into the next point. So if we're saying 50-50, we're still sticking on financially, is what I want to say. So if we're saying 50-50, so I'm working 100%, you working 100%, and we're supposed to be splitting the bills 50-50, or the finances 50-50. I know that some women, their issues are that they feel like, okay, so now we both give 100% in the work field or in the financial department, but then at home, I'm giving 100% and the man is not giving 100% physically, if it's even 50%, so I know that's a struggle, or that's a topic that's probably not really discussed, or that's one of the issues with the 50-50, I think, that women have. So this is why, again, we say it's important to talk about these things. And let's lend ourselves, for example. So right now, we've done 50-50. We've done everything. We don't even do the numbers because we're, like he said, we're putting 100% in. We talked about this before. The seasons change, so then that means that we may be changing. We've had times where I worked 100%, he was home. He's worked 100%, I was home. We both worked and we both were home. Now, in that...
Just to pause it right there, also, too, when it's like that, you have to understand that even if I did work 100% and she's at home, she's still working 100%.
Absolutely.
Even if she's working 100% at work, I'm at home, I'm still working 100% because all we doing is we're swapping, we trading things out, we're switching it up,
swapping and balancing.
But I'm gonna be straight up with you because like my grandmother and my grandfather, they told me that a man that don't work, he don't eat. So when I look back on the times where we was over here going back and forth, 50-50, 60-40, all that, I never put in 50%. I was always I was always at 120 regardless. Even if I said a number. And the reason why I was like that because...
We don't do numbers. That's why I said.
And reason why I was like that because it was... Look, I'm built different. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and let my wife struggle or whatever where I know, okay, I can go do it. Even if I have like a pinch of energy, I'm gonna use that energy towards her because the simple fact that, number one, I love her. And I'm gonna make sure that, you know what I'm saying, I help her and I'm gonna make sure that I'm available to her at all times. Like, and I mean, it's just right. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, it's just right. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and go 50%. I'm not about to go 80%. I'm not about to go 90%. I'm not even about to go 99%. I'm going to go over that 100% because the simple fact that was built in me. That was embedded in me by my great-great-grandfather, which is a World War II veteran. Okay. And he told me, you got to take care of your house no matter what.
It don't matter what it is,
no matter what
how it is.
Yeah.
Do it. So with that being said, that was our beginning. We came to the table. We was like, what do you know how to do? What can I do? Where we leading? Because that's another video about the leadership. But we came to the table with what can you do? What can I do? And when he came to the table and I saw that he could cook, I was like, Lord, you have blessed me. Like, I really felt like that because I did think before, like, okay, well, they say or feel like a woman's supposed to cook, and I know how to cook, so I was like, if I gotta cook all the time, I'll be okay with it, whatever. But to find out, oh, you can cook too? All right, bet. Oh, you clean up too? Bet. So from the jump, this is why it's important to have these conversations, because you may have it to where, yeah, he was good at both, but if he would have said, but I don't really want to do it, it would have been like, okay. So now it's like, okay, so do you expect me to do it? You know, and then with me doing it, are you still available to help? You know, so from the jump, we knew house-wise, we was going to be doing whatever we needed. We both can do it, wherever we need it. You get in where you fit in, right?
Even if it come with the laundry. If I wash, then I dry them. I take them out the dryer. She'll put them up and fold them, like whatever.
We make sure that we're active in our house. If there's something that you just absolutely, like, not my thing is, I ain't cleaning up toilets, right? But if my husband was not here and my sons, I'm gonna clean some toilets. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, wait till they come back. The trash too. I don't do trash, but that's something that my husband is like, no. You know, I don't mind doing it. I start pulling the bag. He like, you know, because it's 4 boys plus him here. So he like, no. And I'm like, it's just trash. But all that to say, if we have in our minds this, it has to be this way and all that, you got to make sure you have that conversation with the person and see what fits, what's best. Because even when you see what fits and what's best, for instance, I'm gonna say this: if my husband if I didn't know how to cook, okay, now I need to be learning, and he knew how. Okay, you starting off cooking, but I need to be learning how to cook because why don't I know how to cook? That's why haven't I learned how to cook all this time? I could have YouTube something. Like, you want to just be able to do these things because it's always, at the end of the day, you are an adult and you need to know how to do these things. Listen, if I got to put some antifreeze in the car, as much as I don't do those things, don't want to, I don't want to put air in the tire, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be like, oh, wait till I get home. And I'm going to tell my husband, and then he go put air in the tire, flat tire, on the way home because you waiting. And I know I'm going off topic or off subject, but I just want to lend us as an example. Right now, we are in our home to where my husband is working 100% and I'm at home 100%, right? But my husband is still contributing where he is. I'm still contributing where I can. So, for instance, right now I'm doing courses and things like that because we about to get these businesses started, okay? And with my husband, he contributes as well. If he can see that I need some help, or if I just feel like I just really need a break, I'll ask him, babe, can you cook? Now, understand that I'm being mindful. So I may be asking these things on an off day and maybe not the first off day, you know, or something like that. Or I'm looking to see the days, okay, he got off early. Right. I really could use some help. Okay, babe, he got off early and he took a nap. Okay, I'm going to just ask him, can he do this for me? Because I really need some help. Or he'll lend it. Like I say, he's like, babe, okay, I see, you know, dinner. Are you going to cook? If you cook, I'll wash the dishes. Let me know if you're going to cook so I can wash these dishes real quick. We have to be helping each other. We have to be giving and taking. It can't be a give, or a take. That's not going to work. You're gonna get drained. You'll be. It's not worth it.
And that's why I said that's where that 20% come in, because like I mean it been come to the time where like even I got off work early. Yeah, she said, babe, you know, you feel like cooking, and I'll wash the dishes. I like, don't worry about it. I'll do them both. Like, you know, because it was just like, I got off early, I still got this little extra energy or whatever, and let me go ahead and put it to work, you know, and that's where the 20 come in, you know, that's where that 20% come in. Like, everything I do is 120, you know, even if I'm tired, I'm drained, it's that spirit that just keep going because it gotta get done. It needs to get done.
And I feel like too, like, even if you could say, I don't know how to cook, there's something you learn how to cook as a child. You could be like, all right, every week, this the meal I'm making. You could put some effort in there. It ain't gotta be, we make stuff hard. It don't have to be, and it's for us to, and I feel like it's because we keep making up in our mind what we want it to be, what we desire it to be, instead of having these conversations and coming to reality. Oh no, this is what it's gonna be. And especially when the seasons change, like I said, there may be times, for us, it's been times where, okay, babe, I need you to take a break so you could really figure out what you're going to do. We made a plan that I was going to go and start my career and do what I do. And once we got to a steady point financially, now it's your turn. So we had it where it was like, okay, babe, it's your turn. Like, this is the agreement. That was the agreement. I don't care, or it doesn't matter that you okay, or what you got going on now, your employment. We said that you was gonna figure out what you were gonna be doing career wise. So let's do that. So, you know, he took time off and I took care of. And again, we're talking about financially and around the house too, but financially, because this is the conversation. When we saying 50-50, I'm hearing the people talking about finances. It's not even, that's the main point or base around this conversation. And we can do better. Another point I wanted to talk about is, so when a man is saying he is going to do 100%, women, you have to understand what he means by that. And if he's saying, this is how I look at it, and it could be a third way, but I look at it as, if he's saying 100%, that's because he's saying that I'm going to control everything 100%. I'm going to do whatever I want it to be like if I'm doing 100%, right? Or you have some that wants to do 100% willingly because I'm going to say pride and ego, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah. They were raised like this, or they have this in their mind where it has to be like this. For
Well,
whatever reason, this is a core value, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're struggling, they fighting, they're stressed out in their head, because we know in this day and age, one income is not enough. And we're talking about a regular 9-to-5 job. That is not enough. So with that being said, men sometimes they are choosing to take on that, and then it becomes a burden, and then they got all this resentment and stuff, when you have a willing body that is there to help. Let's take it a step further. If you're, say the man is in a 9-to-5 or a regular job, and then he's like, okay, but I want to start a business. If he's going all out the way, looking up courses and doing all these things where he's still feeling like it's him, it's on him, when he literally has a wife here that could have been taking these courses, that may have some degree or some experience in these things, and she's right there. That's why I say it's a pride and an ego thing at that point, because you going all out the way to find help when the help is right. God gave you the help. Your helpmate is right there. So
You can't forget.
The helpmate is right there. The wife is supposed to be running the businesses. Why is that an issue? Why is that an issue for her to manage or run behind the scenes, or just to be your partner? Like, that's what that means. We're in this together. We're a unit. This is unity, partnership, team work. What is happening? And sometimes I feel like that's it's unintentional, or they're not even realizing that's what's going on. But you go all around the world, or all around whatever, trying to, I got to do this. I'm gonna figure this out. When the helpmate is right there to figure this out. Your team player is right there.
I remember
your manager is right there.
I'm gonna say this real quick.
The business plan is right there.
I remember when I was a kid, and just growing up on food stamps, and my mom, she was going with this guy, and he worked, he paid the bills, and my mom was still receiving food stamps, and he was like, okay, how much you got or whatever, because he was going to add extra. My mom did one of these, and she went to that food stamp book. She said, flute, flap, 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 boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. This for next month, bam, bam, bam. Mm-hmm. And he was looking like, I don't think that's enough. And she was like, no, that's enough. Now that's what I'm talking about, help. Where
I got you.
Like, I got you. Like, we good.
I got you.
Save that money for emergency purposes. Mm-hmm. Like, if the car break down, we need to take the kids to the hospital, or, whatever. Put that up. And that's what it is. So we have to keep that in mind. Is, whatever we lack at, or whatever we can't get to, our helpmate is right there to provide. Yep.
So I say, men, you need to accept the willing help, because when you holding on or carrying all that weight because you decided that that's what needs to happen, because you've decided, at the end of the day, the decision is up to me, or at the end of the day, it all falls on me. So you're creating a struggle or a battle that doesn't have to be. We ain't got to do all that. Accept the help. Y'all are one. This is why I say we got to quit looking at this mentality of a competition. How are you competing with the person that you're with? We are your strength and power and my strength and power come together and make it so powerful, so strong. Not let me keep pointing out your weaknesses and pointing out my strengths, and we banging, we battling. We talking about equally yoked. That's what that means. I have a strength and maybe you are weaker there, and we pull each other. I'm pulling you up to get you there. I'm pulling you, we here, and we make it balanced, or we're trying to become balanced. It's not a fight. It's not a battle. It's not a let's compete. So even with, like we're talking about now with these numbers, it's to me, it's sad to even be having these conversations, but That's why it's important. Talk to the person you're going to be with. You're not sitting down having a conversation with mama and daddy and me and my husband. That's not what's happening. Your mom and dad, at the end of the day, what? Roll over and are happy together. And if they not, okay. But they rolling over and they good. And then you're not, because you're trying to take advice from someone else off of what worked for them. Off of a time that is not now. Like...
Yeah, different times.
We battling for no reason. That's all I want to say. So, do you have anything else you want to say, babe, about this?
The last thing too I want to say is, like, you know, to me, I believe, like, when you do the 50-50 thing, it kind of make it competitive.
That's what I'm saying. It's always making it be.
It's like everything is always competitive.
Yeah.
It's like competitive.
And to like this mine, and not ours.
Yeah.
That's yours. It's
and
mine.
it's like, oh, I did my part, and it's like.
That's
what?
wild to
like,
say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I did my part.
That is wild.
And then just walk the hell off, like.
Or to just have, like, that's
just
your
to say
posture.
it, yeah.
I did my part.
Like, I did my part. Like, what happened?
Your part.
And then now you making the other person feel like that.
Man.
They can't. They have to ask you.
Yeah.
To help, but it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, we got to do better, cause that is insane. Babe, I cannot imagine you saying, well, I did my part. I would be like, what do you mean?
Like, well, I did my part, babe. I paid the rent, so the utility bills, I don't know what you gonna do about that. You gotta figure it out. And then walk, like, no.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this again. Sit with the person you're going to be with. Not you and your family. Not you and your sisters, you and that person. Y'all are building a foundation. Y'all are building from the ground up. You need to be talking to them. Because like I said, when you, after all said and done on the phone with friends, mama, daddy, guess what they do? Hang up that phone and roll over, and they loving on the person they with.
Yep.
So you better do the same thing. Period. All right, so I'm done with this, because this conversation is kind of, it hurts. Honestly, it hurt. It's just it's not okay. And this woman versus man stuff, it just gotta stop. Like, it has to stop. If it doesn't stop, it's never gonna. We're not moving forward. And we know that's what the enemy wants. Come on now, y'all know that. Come up with solutions so we can move this thing forward.
Mm-hmm. Get this train
We ain't about to keep staying stuck, stagnant in the same place.
Yep.
Still dealing with stuff they was dealing with generations ago. Like, we ain't got to do that.
Yeah, that's done and over with.
So we pray this video helps someone. Give you guys give your feedback. Again, do you think marriage or relationship should be 50-50? What are your thoughts on it?
So we
I would
asked.
love to see that, hear that.
You like, share, comment, and also when you comment, share some light. Why or why not, and because honestly, like, your comments could help someone. Someone that's watching this video, and get them in the mindset of better understanding. So. To them people, remember, always put God above, and your life will fit comfy like a glove. Until then, you guys have a blessed one. Bye.
Bye.